Hey everybody. This is the first. We're gonna see how this works. It's 7 o'clock. We told you all we'd be going live at 7 o'clock, so we'll try to make this happen. Forgive me, I have a phone going so that I can try to answer and handle things. And Larry has his coffee, so he's happy.
Yes, I got cold outside. You'll see a video I'm going to post a little bit later on once I get it spliced together and done right.
Hey
Uh,
Stivers.
you'll notice that it's raining still outside. It's been raining for I don't know how many days straight, and I kind of got a little cold. So, yeah, I went and got some coffee to kind of warm up the inside of it. So, you have to excuse me. I'll be taking a drink of this from time to time. So, who'd you say was on already?
Stivers and
Hey,
Homestead in the
Stivers.
Highlands. Hi Scotland.
Scotland. All right, that's cool. Hey, we got two people on. Better than nothing. Um, just to give you a little background, I've been doing farming for a while. My wife and her family that she come from, she didn't really do it, but she always wanted to try her hand at animal husbandry with rabbits and things like that. So, and chickens. God forbid chickens.
Leave
Uh,
my chickens alone.
you need chickens alone. But I love the eggs. But with that being said, I'm actually doing something different this year. I started it last year, was really spot here and there, and that is I'm doing intensive farming with raised beds. I'm used to doing rowing like row crops. Like I had 1 acre of peas, I had several acres of corn. That's what I was used to doing but that's labor intensive. It's wasteful on the ground. It's wasteful for everything. And after reading several books, after my wife pointed me in the right direction on some things, and doing my research, I'm really trying to raise beds with intensive farming practices. So y'all get to follow me along for the first time when I get to do that this year. I don't know if that's going to be a success or a total failure, but we're going to try to do it anyway. And I'm also trying to raise enough while I do it to sell a little bit here and there to help pay for seeds and soil and everything else that's going into these raised beds. So that's my background as far as that. I've always been a hunter and an outdoor enthusiast. Yes, wives are always right. Yes, you're right. Wives are always right. No matter what, wives are always right. As a favorite TV show would say, happy wife, happy life. So, yes, wives are right. Uh, but no, with that being said, I've always done that. That's the reason I've already posted one of the videos about the American Beautyberry and its benefits. What I'll be doing is different things come alive in the woods and bloom and come into it. I'll be taking videos and sharing them with y'all about how different things are out there to be taken and enjoyed and like take wisteria. It's fixing to come where we're here in North Mississippi. Our wisteria is fixing to bloom. I love making jellies from it, and I love making baskets from the vines on it. That's two things people think it's an invasive species. It is an invasive species, but that's two things that you can use it for and make something that would have normally been a headache into something that's positive for you. Just like kudzu. I don't know if the rest of y'all and the rest of the world in the United States has kudzu problems like we do down here in the South, but kudzu was brought in here in the 1920s and 30s for erosion control, and it is an invasive. It grows inches per day, but the leaves taste like spinach when you get the young leaves, and the tendrils taste like snap peas. It makes a good basket, and it also makes a good jelly when you harvest the flowers in the fall. So, but these are videos that will
Tastes
be,
like grape.
yeah, tastes like grape and looks like it, and it's kind of a to just quickly run off in it. We'll do it more when the fall gets around, but it's almost like a science fair project in that when you steep the flowers overnight in hot water, it turns ugly brown. And then the next day, when you add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice to it, it goes right back to that purple color that their flowers are. So it's kind of neat. So, but we got any questions yet, baby?
Homestead in the Highlands said that they've never heard of kudzu. I guess because you're in Scotland. I'm fixing to give you the spelling. It's Kudzu. Kudzu.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when you look it up, it's going to come up like he said. It's a actually natively a Japanese plant brought in here, and that's kind of one reason we have the cottontail problem that we have, because the rabbits were brought in to eat down the kudzu after they figured out the kudzu was trying to choke everything out.
Yeah, because unbelievable, we have swamp rabbits. That's our native rabbits around here. Cottontails were something that they try to bring in, and they worked, but still, we have swampers around here. So when you get off into rabbit hunting, and I don't want to offend nobody, but I am a hunter, and I get as much as I can from Mother Nature as I can. Um, the swampers are a lot bigger, a lot bigger. That's like saying the difference between a what's that big rabbit you got outside?
The Flemish giant.
The Flemish giant and a Netherland dwarf. There is a major difference between a swamper and a whitetail. So, but the whitetails are doing good around this part. They're just kind of over nuisance and playing parts around here.
Stivers, we will in the fall. There's some stuff you can do with it, like taking some of the greens, for like a salad, kind of like you can do dandelion. You can eat the leaves off of dandelion if you catch it before it bolts, because it's basically a green like a spinach or a lettuce or any of those. If you can get them young, you got to kind of get like this year's growth. But it's pretty much all edible, and really, it's not the bigger leaves. It's not that they aren't edible; they don't taste as good.
Yeah, the full grown leaves, like what you'll have later in the fall, are not on the very end of your tendrils where you get your things. Like I said, I'll do a video on it. You'll see what I'm talking about. I always put 3 leaves out on the very end where it's first growing, and them leaves, when they're about yay big, are really good. They're tender. They taste like a spinach or a spinach collard mix, I guess would be a good way of saying it. They got their own unique flavor, but they're good. Problem is when you get the big leaves, and I do mean them leaves get that big around, they get bitter, and I mean they get bad bitter to the point that I've tried to add enough fat back and everything else to it, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I just couldn't make them taste worth eating. So, but the others, the smaller leaves and the tendrils on them are really good, and they're full of vitamins. Look it up. The Japanese have been harvesting and eating this plant for a long time. It's got a lot of benefits to it, and so
you can actually take the older vines, and there's a way to process them and turn them into fiber for spinning and making fabric. Another part of our background is we do a lot of fiber art stuff. I raise English Angoras, as I just told y'all in the chat.
And I do dyes from natural things, from lichen to beetroots to just mushrooms. You'd be surprised what Mother Nature gives you for your different dyes, for your different colors. So, what's going on?
All right. Take care, Scotland. We will talk to you later.
Thank you for dropping by, Scotland.
Hey, if you like it, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't, come over and subscribe to us.
But, yeah, this is just some of the things that I will show you that I'm going to, just like the questions that are popping up here that people don't know about, so that I can show you what you can use in Mother Nature. Everything from getting water from wild grapevines to what mushrooms to leave alone, which is really difficult because mushroom identification is one of the things that you really got to know what you're looking at before you put it in your mouth. To know what other plants are edible or what are usable in the wild for hunting and eating.
I guess it's just you and us, divers.
Hey, we'll take y'all. We love watching y'all's videos, so y'all can sit back and love watching all. Ask me any questions y'all got there. It looks like y'all got about as much rain as we've been getting here lately. We just got through taking some video a while ago of my hometown got flooded. They had to actually evacuate people out of their homes, and we have a hazmat situation down there. They had to bring
Lots of fun.
Yeah, they had to bring in the buoys to catch a lot of diesel and stuff that started flooding out. And I forgot about Mr. Armstrong and them's house on one side of the road up there, and they're flooded out. So we've seen more rain in the last couple of days, and like I'll say in the other video, I said it then, than we've seen since probably 1991 or 1986 when all the lakes got out of their banks around here. So
Yeah.
Hey, we at least got one thumbs up. That's better than nothing.
I think that was Scotland. I think Scotland gave us the thumbs up.
Oh, cool. That's good.
You will have to forgive me. I'm really bad to give nicknames, and if I do, just kind of overlook me. If I offend you, tell me, and I'll try to stop. But I'm bad to do nicknames.
Yeah, she. That's how she remembers people. Is she gives them a nickname. Our animals, everything, plants. It don't make a difference what it is. They all get nicknames. So, who else is coming online?
East Tennessee, 15 days of rain.
Yeah, that's. I don't know how many days we've had down here. Because I'll be quite honest with you, I forgot counting. I forgot.
We've
count.
lost count. We gave up. We gave up.
When I seen the ark come floating by with a for sale sign on it, I just about took Noah up on his offer to buy the thing. But we're on top of the hill here, so we're lucky. We might have a tornado blow us away here in another month when it gets tornado season in this part of the world. But we're lucky as far as the flooding. Speaking of that, if y'all can keep everybody we got around here in your hearts and minds. If you light a candle, say a prayer, whatever you do for good things, because we got a lot of folks down there that just lost everything that they had. The part of town that flooded was a lower income part of my town. To give you a background to the Bruce, it's a sawmill town, so you either have sawmills or truck drivers. That's about it down there for the most part. The average income's only $19,000, and the part that flooded was all the quarters down there back before equal rights and civil rights back in the '60s. That's the side of the town where the blacks lived, and to this day they still live primarily down there, and it's all low income. But I know Mr. Armstrong and all them, Mr. Fred and all of them down in there. So look, keep them in your hearts and prayers, man. They just lost a bunch of stuff. Not only that, while we were there, we seen someone else's house that was on fire. So, y'all, please, we've been thinking about them folks up in Kentucky up there that we seen in the video where y'all said the whole bottom was flooded out there in front of your house across the highway, and you could just see the little homes back in there. We've been thinking about them because, yeah, it's not a good thing when people lose everything they've got with a flood. And I don't know about up there. I figure where y'all are at in Kentucky is about like where we're at here. It's a high income part of the world. And like I said, the average income for Bruce is $19,000. You think about that, that's below poverty line. So, what else we got going on?
Parrot says it's already messing with some of their crops in East Tennessee.
I can believe it. I know I haven't even been able to transfer some of my strawberries. If y'all watched one of my first videos I started to put up Sunday, I had 4 little strawberry plants that put off runners and turned into 27 plants total. Well, I got 8 of them moved into new beds because we're going to make 4-foot beds with 4-foot walkways. And we're doing some things with some cattle panels, kind of like Roots and Refuge does, but hers are spaced out a little bit more. I'm doing an intensive planting along it. But anyway, that's beside the point. I'll show you when we get to there. But I was not able to get all my strawberries transferred like I wanted to. And I'm already behind on that as it is. This rain's just making it worse. I tried to get the tiller in there, and it just made clods and mud and everything else. So
yeah, we were actually concerned we were going to tear up the tiller. And I actually had a plan to put in a small patch of barley. And it's for a hobby that we do.
Not like we got enough things in our life. I work full time. She works full time. We try to run the farm.
Yeah, because I just got goats.
We got goats. We got turkeys. We got chickens. We got Angora rabbits. We got Netherland rabbits, quail, chuckers, pheasant, and we also do a medieval reenactment. So the barley was going to be for making beer for a medieval and reenactment.
We agree with you, Stivers. That's all we're growing right now is mud and wet animals. That's it.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
But yeah, I had actually, as we were filming for the video we're going to get put out if it doesn't get put out tonight, it probably won't get put out until Sunday. Because we got all that other stuff we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
but I've actually made the comment to him that I was really glad I had not put my barley out to try to grow it this February, because it can be absolutely ruined.
Yeah, we always wearing boots covered in mud too, and we live up on top of a hill. We
And
have
we're
another.
still soaked.
And
All
we're,
clay.
yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what kind of ground base y'all got there, but we got nothing but a clay here, and that gets bad because you get just a little bit of rain to begin with, and it makes it slick. You get this much rain, and it just gets almost unbearable. Uh, so y'all got the same thing, I see. Yeah, we that's the reason we have to amend our soil so much. It's real good for cotton. It's real good for soybeans. It's real good for sweet potatoes, things like that. But anything else, you got to amend the
Oh,
soil.
Smokies. Parrot, we got married in Gatlinburg. I miss the Smokies. We
Yes.
loved it.
Oh, I love Gatlinburg. Yes, we got
We've
married.
threatened to move up there several times.
Well, we actually asked them who was going to give us a place to stay if we would run the building for them, and I would be doing my blacksmithing outside as a draw on the Artisans Loop in Gatlinburg. If you've ever been to Gatlinburg, you know the Artisans Loop.
Stafford said they got married in Gatlinburg too.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. We got actually married out on the waterfalls in the national park up there outside.
Greenbrier.
I think, yeah, Greenbrier National Forest, I think it was, but there's a small water feature there, fall coming down with some water. And we actually got married out on that with, she made me a kilt of my Irish colors.
Yeah, he got married in a kilt.
Yeah, in my tartan, my clan tartan. So I got married in it, and we did kind of both a ring ceremony, but we also did a sash ceremony where I put the sash on her like you would in a traditional Irish wedding where the clan took her in and did so.
That they know where Greenbrier is. It is. It's a very small world. Now the Appalachian get together that you and somebody else were, maybe it was you, Parrot, that whose live that was at the other day. They were talking about there was a get together and
You told me about it. I wasn't available to watch right then. You told me
Yeah.
about it, but I don't.
we're
remember.
gonna try to find it. I've got to go back and find the live that I actually had a discussion with y'all because it was me. It is normally me typing because I can type a lot faster than he can.
Yeah, I'm sorry. These hands and them little phones don't work, so I try my best to try to get in there and do things. And half the time, my big old fingers hit buttons it ain't supposed to, and it says things that you don't want to see. I'm just saying.
I wish we could go once a year every year.
Yeah,
I wish we could.
It's a 8-hour drive for us where we're at.
Yeah, give or take ish.
The other place up there, since y'all are in Kentucky, we like going up there to Land Between the Lakes.
Great.
Loved going to Land
We
Between
went
the
there
Lakes.
for our first anniversary. All right, we'll do that, Parrot.
What's that? Crash in the barn? I ain't opposed to crashing in the barn. If it was good enough for Jesus Christ, it's good enough for me. I'm just saying, if he could lay in a barn full of a bunch of animals, I can too, because that ain't above that.
We may take you up on that. Look, we'll just make it a party. Yeah, there we go.
There you go, party. That's it. They might call the law out on us because we're having too much. Because I don't know about you, but we also, one of the things that we're going to be filming, getting back to what we were doing originally, and that is, I do brewing. She does too. We brew everything from beers to meats to wines. So that's something we bring people along for and let them and teach them what what we do. It's
Cook
not
off
for everybody.
moonshine. We have not gotten into steel building
I have
yet.
not got into the steel building. I am a welder by trade. I imagine I could probably come up with something, but that's something I've not gotten off into. I wished I could, because in the state of Mississippi, they allow you to brew up 5 gallons for everybody in your house that's above the age of 21. Can't sell it, but you can drink. You can have it and drink it. So,
we can teach you. We know how to do beers. We actually did one that went over really great.
yes.
It's a little odd because it's not carbonated, and that's what most palates are used to. Now, mind you, let me preface this: I don't drink. I very rarely drink. Normally, when I drink, I only drink a very small amount, and I have never developed a palate for beer nor dry wine. So, um,
My thing is I actually, I drink, but I don't get drunk. I just don't do that. I was a bounty hunter and a bouncer for a long time in the bars, and then bounty hunted with a couple of bail companies. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when I stayed around drunk people, it just made me realize how bad I didn't want to be drunk. So I just don't do that. Yes, ma'am.
Parrot, did you work down in the casinos? Bay St. Louis.
Ah, yes. Casinos. Is that what you did down in there?
Because Lord knows that's bad.
True.
It's on the Mississippi
Farming.
Gulf Coast. Yeah. That's everywhere in Mississippi, though.
Hey, it's not a bad state. I like
But,
the low cost of living here.
Stivers, that will probably be, I hate to say a considerable portion of our channel, but it will be definitely be part of our channel, us doing brewing videos. We actually are part of a movement trying to start a brew club here in North Mississippi. And so when we can, we'll grab those people in so there's more expertise.
I do know Sport Trail. My other company, if you can see, don't know if you can see it well enough. You see it sees two ducks coming through a moon. One of my other companies I've had since
Before us.
Yeah, well before us. 93 was building duck blinds and dog boxes and deer blinds for big men like myself. I'm not as big as I used to be. I'm down to 280 pounds, but I was pushing almost 400 at one time.
He lost the weight and I found it.
So, and I'm still losing. So, but no, that's I know that company. I've actually worked with Buck Gardner Game Calls. I've messed with the boys down in Louisiana too. So, what's it saying?
Kevin Dressel bought the Magic Tilt brand, then redid the original trailer design.
Mm-hmm. When did that happen? But yes, they
Well, since you say your husband will like the brewing aspect of it,
that's what I thought the time period was. I was making sure I was on the correct time period.
all my kind of people. Hey, from Zero, how
Hey.
you doing tonight?
Hey Zero, glad you joined in. Now we got 3 people that are actually watching. No, it says 4 up there in the thing.
Because we count as one.
Oh,
I
well,
think that's going to be part of it. So just take one away from that number.
we're still at 3. I'm surprised. I'm glad y'all dropped by. I don't care if it's just but one. So there you go. Say hey to everybody. If y'all ain't went over to Stivers and seen their stuff, great people, great channel.
Cute kids.
Cute kids. Yes, the kids are adorable. My kids are grown up. That's the reason you don't see none here. So.
Well, now, to also preface that, they're all from his first marriage, and the one who's not completely grown lives with her mom, so.
Yeah. But that's all good. That's life. We try to do the best we can and go from there, you know? Yeah. Mine were my babies, too, until they grew up. I got one that's in the Army. He's in Korea right now. I got another one's on the Gulf Coast. Below Houston, Texas. Matter of fact, the small town of Santa Fe that was in the news for the school shooting is where she lives. She actually lived
around the corner.
Yeah, literally around the corner from that
school. She decided we needed to be young grandparents, so we have a grandchild.
Yes, I have a grandchild. What's up, Sprout? I know he ain't watching the channel, but I'm going to give a shout out to my grandson. So, but yeah. I hope y'all enjoy what we're going to be bringing y'all and what we've already brought y'all, because like I said, I bring a lot of different stuff to the table. Like I said, I'm a certified welder, but I also do blacksmithing. I do custom leather work. I brew. I garden. I raise animals. I hunt. I fish. I survival. And I also teach firearm safeties to people. If you've gone on my Facebook channel at all.
We do guns.
I'll just preference that now. I'm a big Second Amendment rights activist, but at the same time, if nobody wants anything, hey, I'm very much one of those that it's up to you and what you want to do. I don't press my preference on nobody about anything, whether it's my religious views or my gun views or anything else. I say whatever makes you happy makes me happy. So
90% off grid, yeah.
we're trying to get to being off grid. We're lucky in that we actually have well water here. We're actually looking at the solar shingles right now to maybe add to the house when we change it up. We're actually in her mom's house here in Lafayette County, and there's a lot of things we're going to have to do here. We got a lot of things to do here, but we'll get it done. But that's one of the things that for efficiency of the house, because this house is not very efficient. It's got big gaps around the doors and stuff. It's just the house settled and things moved out of alignment, and we're trying to get it done. But that's one of the things we're looking at is getting 100% offline. The only thing that I hate is the federal law that says that if you're within X number of miles of a power source, you have to backfeed in, so that if you create too much electricity, they can backfeed and feed off of you, and you get a check from them, which I still don't agree with, but that's neither here nor there. So,
Well, and we're already tied into the grid. It would be a lot
yeah.
harder to come off the grid. Stivers had to go put the kids to bed.
Okay, good night, Stivers. Thank y'all for stopping by. I appreciate it very much.
Um, so, but yeah, let's see, what else are we hoping to do on this channel? I want to do some baking. I'm going to get back into baking bread and cakes and stuff. Maybe
And
sewing. We'll do some sewing. Do a little bit of, kind of like you said, Parrot. We'll wear a lot of hats. We'll do a little bit of everything.
embroidery. I do in the medieval reenactment that we do. I do not only do I fight and make armor for that. I also do illumination and calligraphy. I make my own pigments for painting my illumination. I make my own paintbrushes for doing my illumination. I'd make my own gall ink for doing the calligraphy with. So yeah, we do kind of have a little bit of everything. We put our fingers in about as many pots as we can and kind of over stress ourselves at times.
I think that's a homesteader thing.
I think it is too, because I've noticed that with a lot of the channels that we've watched over the years.
Yeah.
And it just seems like you kind of, well, I can do that mentality, and you take it on and try it all by yourself anyway. So, if y'all, like I said, y'all got any questions for us? You got anything you want to see from us? Anything like that? Like, we're going to be doing a lot of Canon videos and explaining how we do things here in North Mississippi. It ain't the right way. It ain't the wrong way. It's just the way we do it. Trying to think. I don't know. What else y'all want to hear about?
I can't think of anything else. Yep.
Pretty much. Yeah, I just like having this channel. What's that one though?
More than one way to skin a cat, LOL.
This is true. And like I said, tell people all the time, that doesn't, just because I do it one way and you do it another way, there ain't a right or a wrong way. It's just, like a lot of my stuff, I'll be quite honest with you, my grandmother taught me a lot of stuff. That's like my jellies. I'm changing up some recipes now, but for the longest, my recipe was 5 cups of juice, 7 cups of sugar, and 1 package of Sure Gel. That's the way my grandmother did it, and that's the way I did it, and for the longest, that's the only way I did jellies. But I'm changing that up. Unfortunately, I'm pre-diabetic, so I'm now having to take some medicine and having to watch how I cut back. That's one reason I've lost over 100 pounds so far, is I've got to I got to watch what I'm doing and take care of myself. So, well, anyway, we're going to wrap this up tonight. We just really wanted to get on here and do a quick overview.
Kind of introduce ourselves
because we hadn't done that so far, and just let everybody know what they got to come look forward to us. Also, too, if you're into what kind of books would you call mystery style books?
Yeah.
Hey, Two Family Homestead, good to see you.
Hey, we were starting to think y'all weren't going to show. Y'all had forgotten all about us.
But anyway, kind of just throwing another thing in there. If you're into the kind of like a mystery type book with good characters and everything else, is it on Amazon?
Yes.
Okay, go to Amazon. The author is David Box. I don't know if you can read that or not. David Box. The Missing Crockett's is his 3rd book.
That's book number 3. Book number 1 is A Few Days Back in Mississippi.
Yep.
If you just Google that title, A Few Days Back in Mississippi, it comes up like the third option as you're typing.
Yeah.
But it will take you straight to his Amazon. If you want a signed copy, shoot me a message. I will get you the address and the amount so that you can send him. Can you send it directly to him and he'll mail it back to you as a signed, personalized copy. To family, I think I made you a moderator. Let me know if I did that right.
Yeah, y'all have to forgive. This is the first time we're doing this, so we've never
We're trying.
we've never done any of this stuff. That's just like after I posted my first video Sunday of us trying to get the strawberry beds in. Y'all, excuse me, my mustache is getting me tickled here. I started taking some of my older videos and trying to upload them. Then I realized there was a app that would help us put them together, so I was using that app. Then I learned when you got on YouTube, you could add music. So I was having fun the other day. I was just uploading videos. We were playing. So,
which reminds me, this is more for the people who maybe watch the live after we get done, like tomorrow. When you watch our videos, there are some that are done with the YouTube 8mm film.
Yeah.
Filter, makes it look like the old like projector type film. Those are videos that were shot like last year.
Yes.
They were shot when we were kind of just figuring out what we wanted to do. They got put maybe on Facebook but didn't get brought over to YouTube. So just to kind of explain why there are some that look that way. The new ones will not look that way.
No, the new ones won't be that way, but we decided since the other ones were older, we wanted to make them look older so y'all would understand the difference between our new videos and our old videos. And so that's the reason when I transferred them over, I did it in the 8mm vintage style. So, but there's still great information in them videos. Please, by all means, watch them. Like I said, if you have any questions, the one about the American Beauty Berry, I've already had a couple of good reviews about people saying they didn't know about the berry. I will say this, that in that video, I had said that it's good to make jellies out of the berries. That's of the American Beauty Berry. In this part of the world, in North Mississippi, we have both the Japanese and the American growing together. And maybe in your part, you only have the Japanese. The Japanese berries are not good to make into a jelly. They're actually like a...
they have a paralytic property.
They do. But when it gets fall again, I've got both of them that grow on this property. I'm actually going to make a video to show you how it's very easy to identify. I can even tell you now, the American Beauty Berries, the berries stay on the main vine and they wrap in a circular around it. The Japanese Beauty Berries hang like grapes. So, but both leaves on both of them will still do the properties that I said that they would do in the other video that I uploaded earlier. So,
Two family, remind me where y'all are. Because I know we have them, and I'm near positive we could do cuttings on them because they're just a bush.
Oh yeah, they cut very well, and they transfer very easily.
Ohio, frozen Ohio. I don't know.
They should grow up there. I don't mind getting you a cutting. I've got like 20-something bushes on this property. That's
do you know
beautiful.
which ones are which? Cause
I do.
Mark them.
No, I know which ones are
okay.
which. The Japanese are down in the one where we had all of our.
Are they down the shooting range?
No, they're down in the other holler where I had all my stuff stole from.
Oh, all the ginseng.
Yeah, all my ginseng. Yeah, we had wild ginseng growing here along with St. John's wort, and somebody must have found it, but the problem was it was only like 3 years old, and they stole all of them, and they weren't getting nothing when they dug them all up. So, but I checked. What I was going to say is check with your local Department of Agriculture and make sure that I can send you the cutting, because I know like some other states it's illegal to send these in because it is such an invasive species, kind of like planting mint here in Mississippi. You can't plant mint in the ground. You can't plant mint in the ground because it is an invasive species here in Mississippi. So
yes, you will see us in 2 weeks,
yes.
to family.
Yes.
We would love it if y'all would come by and let us do a quick live or
yes.
record a quick video with y'all. I know Stivers is going to come by our booth and do a live with us. You've got to love the Weather Channel app. I'm sorry, I fixed him to go down a rabbit hole here. It just told me that we're going to have rain at 7:46, and it's raining outside.
I
I'm
love our
sorry,
weather.
that's my rabbit. I have ADOS, attention deficit Oshani, and that was my Oshani moment.
So, but,
yeah, so long
yeah.
as he knows which one it is, because I don't,
Yeah.
they weren't
Well,
marked.
I've got one right here right by my yard that where I quit mowing, where it goes into my shooting range that I have here on the property, because I have a 3-gun shooting range where you go from an AR to a tactical shotgun to a pistol. But I got some right there. I have no problem making a cut and bringing it with me. Just it's all on y'all about as if it can be brought up there. But yes, I love it. It makes a wonderful natural. I guess you would say pesticide to keep the mosquitoes and stuff away from you. And like I said, it does real good if you get the berries early enough before they start hardening up. They get really, really hard and bitter as they get older.
Well,
So.
Sherry, if you will come by, we'll do a quick recording with you at our booth, and then maybe we can break away for a minute and go inside and get in, be able to go in and meet Daryl, because we really want to meet all you people.
Yes.
You have no idea. We're like, oh my God, we found our tribe. We found our other tribe.
Yeah, because we found one of our tribes in the SCA, the medieval reenactment that we do. I like hitting people with sticks and not going to jail.
That was my pickup line.
It helps get frustrations out and stuff. But anyway, my other passion is this. So yes, and I'll probably be inside in the vendors area most of the day too myself, unfortunately, because I'll have a booth there with my custom leather work on it. Which to throw a shout out, if y'all come to Facebook or do anything in Facebook, you can come to Two Paws Trading, which is my leather working. You can see any of my work that I've done there. Persimmon Creek Outdoors is my duck blinds and deer stands, and then of course we have the farm on our farm channel there. You can come by and look at all 3 of them. It's Windmill Farms
And
too.
Sherry, I think you liked Windmill Farms. That reminds me, we still need to know what how big your dog is, so we know that we can make a collar the right size. And do you want anything specific on it? But that's a side note.
Yeah, because I've made dog collar we went to, what was that, Hallettsville?
We went to a wild hog roundup, first one I had ever been to. It was so much fun.
In Hallettsville, Texas, and while we were there for the wild hog roundup, if you've never seen an Argentinian dogo, they're a big dog. They're big, they're muscular, and they have strength to them, like unbelievable. I had to make a 3-inch wide 12-ounce leather, which is like almost 1/4 inch thick. Put a D-ring in it. Had to use copper rivets and everything else to make that collar. And what was funny was the guy that had the dog, it was his son's dog, and the son was only like 8-9 years old.
It wasn't a dogo; it was a bull mastiff.
That's right.
The bull mastiff. The dogo was a big collar too, but the bull mastiff.
The big one, and that poor bull mastiff come by, and the boy won. The reason why he got the collar from us was I offered to do collars for the winners of the dog categories. This poor little kid was getting drugged all over that arena by that dog, and that dog wasn't even fazed by that kid on that thing. It wasn't even funny.
But it was his human, and he was happy.
Yes. The big boy would turn around and just start slobbering that poor little kid, and the kid's hair was all matted up almost. It was kind of funny to look at the kid. He had dirt on him from inside the arena and slobber from the dog, and he was just as happy as a lark. So
yeah. But no, we just want to make sure we bring one in the right size. You know, we don't want to bring one for a toy poodle and you have a bull mastiff. You know, it's a little bit different. So we just want to make sure we bring the right one. Smudge. His name is Smudge. His dad has a miniature schnauzer named Schnoz. Oh my God, funniest thing. Funniest dog.
I love Schnoz. He's hilarious. He's like a little thing or something. You get a little tennis ball. Oh, you're his best friend right then and there. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. But your arm will get sore before that dog gets tired of going and picking up that ball and bringing it back to you. So. But yeah, I can't wait until we get to see all y'all. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I'm excited. I'm as excited as a little kid going to Disneyland or something. And I know it's just little old Wiggins, Mississippi. I've been to Wiggins. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there ain't a whole lot to be happy about down there other than I get to meet everybody. It's gonna be fun to meet everybody and see everybody. Oh, by the way, Y'all, we don't have a lot of seeds to bring to the seed swap, but I've got a ton of bulbs. I've got,
Oh, I don't even know. Don't even ask me this.
yeah, I don't even know how many different types of bulbs I've got and how many. I dug up one shovel full and pulled over 100 bulbs out. That's how over infested with bulbs I am right now.
Yeah, that was the hurricane lilies that had quit blooming.
The hurricane lilies. I've got hurricane lilies. I got daffodils. I've got irises, which of course that's actually a rhizome. That's not a bulb. I've got it all, and I'm going to be bringing several of them for the seed swap. So if y'all want some, please let me know. If there's something you want specifically that I may have, shoot me a thing. I'll get it together and I'll put your name on it first.
Seed bulbs doesn't. Sherry, I promise you, we will have you a baggie there
Yes.
of bulbs
Yes.
specifically for you. Just come by and get them. Don't worry about that. That is our thank you to you.
Do y'all want? Can y'all grow hurricane irises up there where you're at? Because if you can, I like them because they're so much different than most of the others. They look so much different, and I just love the colors of them. And the time of the year that they come out is late August, early September. So you kind of get something that kind of blooms and comes up and throws some color, some red color in your yard that time of the year. So.
Yeah, the irises we will be bringing came out of my great grandmother's yard.
Mm-hmm.
And if we have daylilies, we're gonna have, because we've got to split up bulbs for daylilies now that we
Yes.
got that cherry tree out of the way.
Yes.
But once we split up bulbs for daylilies, my daddy always called them a home place. He said that's how you could tell there was an old home place somewhere, was you had these orange tiger looking daylilies come up. And my great grandmother had some that she had gotten from her mom and so on and so forth. And we should have some of those to bring, but I promise you will have a baggie all year on, Sherry. Don't worry.
But yeah, we'll have plenty of bulbs. But if y'all let us know if there's a bulb or something that you're looking for, we'll get it taken care of in advance. Because we got little things from paper whites, which are the little bitty white ones, all the way up to the pure yellow daffodils, to the orange cup daffodils, to the yellow frills.
I don't know how many of the frills and ones we're gonna have unless we go dig up some more out there.
I was fixing to say we can go. We have another place about, what would you say, 5 miles from here. That's another family.
About 10.
About 10 miles.
Yeah, the store's about 5.
Okay, about 10 miles. That has them on it. So when you hear us say digging up in the woods, we're not just pulling through the woods and just digging up on people's property. We have another piece of property that we go dig this stuff up. It was an old home place. It has a home on it now. The old woman who lived there and her husband, before they both passed away and my father acquired that piece of property, had these beautiful, I mean,
you can tell where her flower beds were.
Yes, but the woods have taken over that. The woods have crept forward, taken that over, and so to save them, we're going up in the woods, which is a pain because you're running into roots nearly every time you dig. But we're trying to get them out, so I would just love to get them out of there so that we can get them to whoever. So
we are about 3.5 hours, 4 hours ish from Wiggins.
Yeah.
I want to say that when I clocked it on Google, it says it's going to take us like 4 hours to get there from here.
Yeah, if you know anything about college football, we're right outside the hometown of the Ole Miss Rebels.
The University of Mississippi.
The University of Mississippi. So we're almost dead center in the middle of the top of the state of Mississippi. Which is good because I'll be quite honest with you, we love being in the country where we're at. But we like having Ole Miss and Oxford where it is. When the azaleas start to bloom here and our spring really starts to kick off good, we're actually going to do
a video.
We're doing a video of our town of Oxford to show people how beautiful our town is. We have antebellum and postbellum homes around the area that are gorgeous, that are beautiful. And the university itself, to me, is probably one of the prettiest universities that I've ever been on. But we're going to do that at the square because we have an old time, square that you drive up to and drive in a square around. So we're going to actually have that. We're going to do that in the spring once the azaleas start popping because several of the people down through there, their front of their homes during the springtime are amazing. It's almost like you're in Natchez.
When you're coming down for the gathering, it may be a little too early. I'm making the assumption that y'all are coming straight down 55. So there's a couple of little places that you might miss. But if you about end of April, Mayish, May's a really good time around
Hmm.
here. There's a little town north of us called Holly Springs.
Yes.
Um, in in the Civil War, it actually the Union Army routed around it, so it actually has true antebellum homes in it.
Yes.
But they came to Oxford. They burned everything because we had the university here. There's two buildings, correct, on campus
The
that are
Lyceum
left.
and Ventures Hall are the only two that made it through the Civil War.
And they're pretty much the only two buildings in the city, the town, whatever you want to call Oxford, that made it through the Civil War. And it's because Ventures Hall got taken over for headquarters, and the Lyceum got used as a hospital. Um,
Yep.
but Holly Springs is
Gorgeous.
gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. They also have a hummingbird festival there sometime over in the summer, but don't ask me when because I don't know.
Yeah.
I've lived here my entire life and never been.
But the other good thing about Oxford that we want to show people is like Faulkner's home. We had the great writer Faulkner here, and his home is gorgeous. We have several things that around the Oxford area that are older and very unique. I mean, you're talking about Robert Johnson. If you know anything about the blues, Robert Johnson in Clarksdale, Mississippi, is just right across 55, actually across 51 out there. Just right down the road, just a little piece, and that's to me is the birthplace of blues. Uh, we have some awesome blues players in this part of the world, and we got some good venues for that around here. And I like the university being here because it gives us a good funky vibe and a feel to the markets and stuff. Don't you agree? We
Yeah.
have a like if you go down to Bruce, which is down the road about 22 miles from Oxford, where I basically finished high school at and consider my home. Um, very old world in that everybody knows everybody. Everybody,
Very small town.
yeah, it's very small town. But up here you still get that vibrance that comes in with all the students that come
And
in
it's
here.
becoming a more international sort of neighborhood.
Yes.
To Sherry, we will not be at the shindig, and we will not be at the shindig because my dad, the one who was writing the books, is coming in from Wyoming. That's where him and my stepmom live. So we won't be there because I want to spend the weekend with my dad.
And in a local market here in Oxford, there.
So what we may actually do is that what we may do is we may try to do a live from there. I know most of y'all will be at the shindig, but we may try to do a live from the market because it's the same day as the shindig. It's on the 6th, and we may get a couple of books from him and do a giveaway of the books.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
we can get people on there.
Y'all
make it a
excuse
real
me
quick.
for moving around so much. My back don't feel good today. I work at Home Depot unloading trucks, and my back just don't feel good today. So,
But yeah,
oh, okay. So, y'all got any more questions for us, or got anything else y'all want to know about us, or?
I see it says there are 4 people in the chat room right now. I know one's us on the phone, on the other phone. One's Sherry. Who else do we have in there? Been there, done that. Can't sit for long times either. It happens.
It does. I'm almost done with my coffee. So,
But we
Yeah.
yeah, we wanted to kind of do an introduction, and this is things we would like to do on the channel, and
where our backgrounds lie, so y'all know what we're coming from, and I hope to learn from y'all just as much as y'all learn from us over this. So,
okay. I'm definitely gonna have to go through after I get done. I'm done with the go sit in class orientation part of my new job, and I will actually be to a 3-day work week here soon at the hospital. And one of the main things I plan to do, especially with all the rain we've been having, is actually go binge watch your channel since you have all of the hey, this is how you operate YouTube. Because there are things I just don't understand yet. So
and I'm gonna let you know, I just don't do that stuff. I try my best
I'm
at
the
it.
techie one.
She's the techie one. I just put it together and take videos and tell her here. But I can't say too much. I've been mashing videos together here lately. I'm
Yeah,
kind
you've been doing good.
of having fun with the mashing of the videos together on the app I've got on my phone. But We live out in the country so far. We don't even have internet. What you're seeing now is us bouncing our phones and using Wi-Fi hotspots.
Yeah.
So we don't even have internet. We don't even have TV. We don't even turn TV on here. So.
Well, that was his career. No wonder y'all's channel looked great.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I never did any of the programming, but what I'd help my brothers do is I can put a computer together. I can actually take the motherboards and the cases and put the RAMs in and do all the fancy stuff inside the casing and put it together, and then I would turn it over to my two brothers and let them do all the programming. So I was good at putting them together. We're good at programming them. So we've done that for several people. Okay, good. I'm glad our hotspots are working because we were kind of wondering if it was getting out on a regular basis. Yeah,
we didn't want them to stall up too bad.
Yes, I love laptops for their ability to go where you go and do what you need to do. But I am dang sure a desktop computer type guy. I'm going to tell you right now, I'd rather put a tower together and a nice monitor. But you got to understand, as much as I'm a country boy and I call myself a redneck because where we come from in this part of the world, poor white folks that had a farm like we did were rednecks. It's funny. I used to love to play the game WoW. So if any of y'all know anything about computer games and you know about RPGs, you know what WoW is. And I was addicted to WoW for a long time. I was actually on the beta testing of WoW, and then I made it through the originals and through Lich King, then through Cataclysm. So yeah, it's kind of weird to hear me talk about that kind of stuff because normally if you see me with all my camouflage on and stuff, you think I wouldn't even know what that is. But
oh Lord, she said she sold her 3-piece living room set so he could set up his YouTube studio.
Oh, I bet that's nice looking. My brother actually had one of the chairs that hooked up to his monitor for his gaming, and he had two 50-inch flat screen.
Cookie.
Oh, our cat's scratching at the window. Sorry, but he had two 50-inch flat screens with a split video RAM, video on the car, so he could run. And he actually had the gaming chair from Egg, where his keyboard was half and half, so he could sit back and do it. And his chair would actually vibrate when he took a hit in WoW. So yeah, he had an entire room that was set up.
You know, Sherry, I just had a thought. It may not be a good idea to let them two meet because we might not ever get them back.
It's all right. Hey, Daryl, we'll meet up. We'll talk. So, all right. Well, I gotta say thank you to family for helping us with this and being the admin on here. Because I'll be quite honest with you, I don't know what we're doing on there. Yeah, you would know where we're at, wouldn't you? Yeah. But at the same time, I just want to say thank y'all. I appreciate everybody that's come out and watched us.
Yes.
That's amazing that we ain't even been on 1 week. And yeah, we had 4 people on here a while ago. We've had 5 thumbs up. I'm sorry, but within 1 week, I think that's amazing.
I think when we looked right before we got on, we were up to 56.
And I know other people that got 40,000. We were watching a video earlier, and they're like they had finally hit 40,000. I know Stivers, y'all said y'all just hit what, 500?
Yeah.
Didn't it? Yeah, hit 500, and we were just the first part of this week where they were 100 something before Jessica on Roots and Refuge gave them a shout out, and I noticed how suddenly they popped up there. So I think that's cool and crazy to watch that. How just one shout out on one channel made a big difference for one of us in this homesteading community that we're in. But we've been doing this for a long time. We're just now getting onto the YouTube and starting the YouTube, and I hope that y'all will stay with us and go through this journey with us. We'll go through it through the thick and thin. When we make a mistake, we're going to show it to you, and when we get good ones, we're going to show you that too. So. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, it was. That was crazy. But hey, look, I thought that was awesome for Stivers and them to go from 100. I think it was what, 146 or 136 or something. Anyway, the mid 100s, and went from that to, I remember when they were happy when they went over 300. Then today apparently they went over 500. So I'm like ecstatic for the Stivers that they've gone up like that, you know. But we ain't worried about the numbers. We think it's cool that we've gotten what we've got, but at the same time, we're just here and we hope that people follow us and will learn something and throw some information our way because we're ready to learn too. That intensive planting that I'm going to be doing this year on the raised beds, that's something totally new for me because, like I said, I'm used to doing row crops. I'm used to having a lot of pasture land, to do this stuff on. That's the reason the new Dexter cows we're going to. That's all new to me. The goats are new to me. I was used to having black Angus cows and that kind of stuff. So all this is going to be new to me and figuring out. And I'm excited for the challenge and the opportunities at the same time coming along as anything else. And I just hope y'all follow along with us. Like I said earlier, and like she said earlier, if you like us, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to hear any of our videos, hit the little bell so you can get the notifications. Give us a thumbs up, please, if you do like this video. And I hope that we'll start having this live feed on a pretty regular basis. If it will ever stop raining and quit flooding here, we'll actually show you what we're going to be doing outside. We've got a lot of things coming up, some new beds that we're making up, some new living quarters for some of our animals.
We've got to get our order into either Baker Creek or Wild Boar Farms.
Next Friday, we're making we're making 2 orders. One from Wild Boar Farms, our seed company.
We've been invited into one of the collabs, the 5 seeds you're looking forward to growing.
Yes.
What we're probably going to do is wait for our Baker Creek order to come in, or Annie's. We may get them from Annie's.
Yeah.
We haven't really decided where we're getting our seeds from yet. But when we get our seeds in, we will probably have an unboxing and hey, these are the 5 that we're just, oh my God, looking forward to. So,
but look, I think it's lovely. I think it's great. I've loved the reception that we've gotten from everybody. I hope that y'all stick with us through this and go through this journey with us, because it ain't about the journey. It's about the experiences along this journey with one another, okay? And I hate to say it, but when this world's over and done with, it ain't these luxuries that we have in this world that's going to be remembered. It's actually going to be our legacies.
Yes, Sherry, yes. I'm looking for a lot of their tomato seeds. Their tomato seeds are really what I'm looking at, and they've got a bunch of other ones. She said she's bringing a whole case of seeds from Baker Creek. Yes.
So what leather products do we need to talk about? Just let me know. Like I said, if any of y'all need any of my leather products, hit me up. I'll do the best I can. Y'all can go see any of my leather stuff, like I said, over on Facebook at Two Paws Trading Company.
Monday, I will probably come on here and do a video of, hey, this is the stuff we're going to bring to the gathering. Here's the pre-gathering price. Here's the at the gathering price, and everything will be discounted some.
Yes.
The bigger discount will be if you get something custom beforehand, and then we will deliver it at the gathering.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like I said, we'll have you some stuff together too. So, but like I said, we're going to get off here. We got a ton of work we got to get finished tonight before we go to bed. Plus, we got a 6-hour trip tomorrow. Well, it's 3.5 there, 3.5 back from where we need to go tomorrow. I wish I could stay on here all night. I'm enjoying this. I'm really...
this is a lot of fun. We were kind of like, oh, we don't be on here that long. We only be on here like 30 minutes, and we're pushing an hour.
Yeah. So I'm it can be oops all at once too. I'm fine with that. As long as I'm talking with good friends and family and having a good time, I can talk for a while. So
yes, it is addicting, Sherry.
Yes, it is addicting. So anyway, like I said though, y'all come catch us if you can. Any of y'all want to catch us at the gathering down in Wiggins, we would love to do a shout out with y'all and do a quick video or do a quick live chat or whatever online with everybody. And like I said, I'll be in my booth most of the day because I'm doing leather demonstrations and stuff in my booth that day. And I'm teaching classes. I didn't get my blacksmith stuff together. I'd have brought that down and did a demonstration.
We may try to work on that. May be the goal for next year. Next year we will try to have a portable forge that we
forge and smaller anvil that I can lug around. So, but anyway, we appreciate it, y'all. Like I said, subscribe. Love y'all. Can't say enough. Can't say enough to Two Family. Can't say enough to Stivers. To Highlands, even though you're not on here anymore, we're going to give you a shout out again down here in the bottom because that's awesome that we got somebody that far away watching us. So But the bees are doing good, and the farming's looking like it's going to be fun this year. So y'all come along and join the ride and the journey with us. So
We'll have fun.
we will. So y'all have a blessed day, and as always, be safe.